This is a subatomic particle. This is what you're made of. This is what reality is made of. This is what everything you want and everything you don't want looks like before it becomes the house, the car, and the life you want. Within this subatomic particle exist all of your fantasies, all the money you'll ever want and need, the best health you've ever felt, an ageless appearance, unconditional love, and true freedom. But this particle also represents everything you don't want: scarcity or not having enough money, always falling sick or feeling stressed, being alone, watching your face and body go through rapid, accelerated, premature aging, and being dependent on other people for your freedom, which isn't really freedom at all. The good news is, there's actually a way to effortlessly reprogram your brain to manifest and attract only what you really want, while also erasing years of negative, limiting beliefs, almost instantly. Even better, you're about to discover why this simple pair of headphones will become your most treasured possession, capable of helping you automatically turn that subatomic particle effortlessly into the life of your dreams, when everything else, including the law of attraction, meditation, and visualization, have failed. Whatever brought you here today, like financial struggles, poor health, or a feeling of endless stress and fear in the pit of your stomach, I get it. I know what it's like to passionately, desperately want to believe I can change my reality with my mind. But when it came down to my daily life, I just didn't trust it. I didn't truly believe because I had been so powerless for so long. Until this sound changed my life forever. I've since discovered learning is the worst thing you can ever do if you want to deliberately and effortlessly change your life, because it isn't your smarts that creates or manifests anything in your life. In fact, your intelligence, or what you think you know, gets in the way of letting in what you're asking the universe for. Now, I bet you're wondering, if my attention creates my reality, why can't I just think about money and make it magically appear? The reality you've been living with in the past is based on three things. First, the story you're telling to yourself and other people. Second, your limiting beliefs. And lastly, your judgments, and more so, your fear of consequences. These three things are what direct your attention. That's what your subconscious is. I call these three things the editor. The editor is your subconscious programming, and no matter how much awesome new information you learn, the editor, well, it edits that information and limits what you can do by keeping your attention distracted by what is, thus manifesting more of what is. That's why you're not here to learn how to manifest. Instead, I'm going to show you how to reprogram the editor so you can easily and openly live in your natural state of unlimited abundance. And I have great news. Not only can you reprogram the editor in your brain to automatically attract what you want, you can begin doing it today. Because there's actually a way to talk directly to the part of your brain where the editor lives. The part of your brain that decides what you do and don't manifest or create in your life, aka the editor. And until you reprogram the editor, you'll never be, do, or have what you truly desire. Because here's the truth about manifestation. Reality is always a question mark, and you are the one always answering that question with your attention. But who's directing your attention? Well, it's your editor. So getting what you want, no matter what it is not about learning new manifestation techniques. It's about updating the editor software in your brain. And the best part is, it's simpler and easier and faster than you ever thought possible. It really is. The first thing I discovered was the power of hemispheric brain synchronization. I know, that's a mouthful, and it sounds complicated, but it so isn't. Hemispheric synchronization is basically when the two sides of your brain work together instead of working against each other. And to achieve that, both sides of the brain must function at the same electrical frequency. Now get this. This is what your brain looks like on an EEG when the two sides of the brain are not in sync. This is essentially what it looks like when someone tries to manifest a better life, but the brain literally won't let you, no matter how hard you try. But what does it look like when both sides of your brain are operating on the same frequencies? Well, it looks like this. Notice the amazing difference? Just wait till you experience it. I discovered that the brain becomes immeasurably more powerful when the two hemispheres are synced up. And it makes sense, right? No longer will you feel like you're in a battle inside your own mind. Because when both sides of your brain work together, you'll feel like you're a superhero. Like there's magic all around you. And you'll be able to control that magic as if you're the conductor of reality. You'll start to see attention create your reality right before your very eyes. Now here's why. Remember the editor, that is, your subconscious or conditioning? Well, he or she is dictating everything you have and don't have. In other words, the editor decides how that subatomic particle I showed you at the beginning of this presentation becomes your life experience. So the question is, how does this simple pair of headphones empower you to unleash your brain's superpowers, erase years of limiting programming, and help you turn that subatomic particle into anything you want, anytime you want? Again, it's brain science or neuroscience, because it turns out that the brain is not permanently hardwired, not even close. In fact, our brain is capable of quickly unlearning limitation and rapidly becoming, well, unlimited. That's why reality is a question mark. In other words, your circumstances change as you grow and change, which means it's not about learning how to manifest. You already do that every second of every day. Instead, it's a matter of updating the software in the hardware of your brain. In a nutshell, here's how it works. The human brain has the amazing ability to reorganize itself by establishing new connections between brain cells. Your brain doesn't necessarily reshape itself like clay. It simply finds new ways to connect the dots. Neurologists call it neuroplasticity or brain plasticity. And here's the thing. It may take your brain months or even years of disciplined training to reprogram the editor, or it can take mere minutes. Because, get this, I discovered quite by accident that once an old, limiting belief is dissolved and rewritten in your subconscious, whatever toxic, scary, repetitive circumstances that limiting belief supports, well, those things simply stop appearing in your reality, like magic or some sort of miracle. Now, what constitutes a miracle? My take is, when you can see something clearly in your mind, and then that becomes your reality, well, that's a miracle, because what you're really seeing is a direct link between your subconscious and what manifests in your experience of reality. If that's not a miracle, then I honestly have no clue what is. Now, I was so excited about this magic that I got way more into it, and I began to manifest actual NLP and hypnosis experts. They just started showing up in my life, again, like magic. So I hired them to co-write some incredible scripts with me, brain rewiring scripts that further transformed my life automatically. My little entrepreneurial empire skyrocketed, along with my bank account. My relationships flourished, and just like magic, abundance came to me and became a part of my life. Natural and true abundance that I was always wanting to have, but was previously rejected by the editor, without my conscious knowledge. That's how it is, how the editor in you has been automatically rejecting the abundance that belongs to you, abundance that is part of your natural state. Now, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. This isn't woo-woo, made-up, hocus-pocus nonsense. In fact, what I'm about to share with you is the gospel to some of the most revered quantum scientists in the entire world. Now, there's a really powerful reason I started off this presentation showing you that subatomic particle. It literally holds the secret to decoding reality. And when you truly get what I'm about to say, you'll never feel afraid about your ability to rapidly manifest anything you want ever again. And here's why. This subatomic particle holds everything you want and everything you don't want. And here's the kicker. You can only get something new from this subatomic particle if you stop observing what is and direct your attention towards only what you really want. Easier said than done, right? Because the editor is forcing you to focus on what you don't want, remember? Here's why this is so important. In quantum physics, there are two main forms of energy, the wave and the particle. The wave is when everything exists in pure possibility. The particle is, well, what reality is right now. And there's a third component to the wave and the particle. It's you, your attention, because it's the observer who collapses the wave, or possibility, into the particle, or reality. That's not my opinion. That's quantum science fact. Now that's really important to hear. So let me say again, your attention is what manifests your reality, not your intentions, hopes, wishes, declarations, or affirmations. And since your attention has been dictated by a negatively conditioned subconscious, or your editor, is it really any surprise that you still haven't achieved your dreams or anywhere close to them? Here's the bottom line. If your subconscious won't let you take your attention away from what you don't want, how can your circumstances ever return to a state of unlimited possibility? That is, the wave mode. Again, this is super important, so I'll ask the same question another way. How can you replace your current circumstances with what you really want, like more money, loving relationships, and a constantly expanding reality, if your attention literally won't let you? Well, I answered that question. It's called 15-minute manifestation, and it's the very last manifestation tool you'll ever need. Now, the reason 15-minute manifestation works is simple. It helps dissolve your old limiting beliefs and replaces them with new empowering ones without you having to learn anything at all, because it's, believe it or not, easy to directly access the editor and update its software. In fact, the editor is directly accessed by way of the tone you've been hearing throughout this entire presentation. The tone is called theta, and it's the specific brainwave that acts like a portal to speak directly with your subconscious. Now, once we open the door to the editor, it's receptive to taking on new programming. So when we feed this brainwave frequency through your headphones, it's like Neo from the Matrix getting a download and instantly learning Kung Fu. This stuff is literally better than having your own genie in a bottle, because your subconscious is the genie. Now, when the full weight of that hit me, I realized that the secret to manifestation wasn't some mystical woo-woo mythology. It was brain science. So take it from the thousands of people who use these theta frequency tracks to manifest the life of their dreams, just like they can for you as well. Belle from Ashland, Oregon said, "From the minute I put on my headphones, I instantly felt different inside my head. It was like my brain felt alive and in tune in a way I'd never experienced. It was crazy. The most amazing part was, within the first week, I could absolutely tell a difference in what I was manifesting. I had attracted and closed 2 huge contracts. Ka-ching!" Jeremy from Los Angeles, California said, "Using your frequencies has felt like the changing of the seasons, like from winter to spring, only it didn't take months and months. I've got abundance popping up like flowers everywhere in my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you." And Vanessa from Long Beach Island said, "When I first tried listening to your tracks, I was totally skeptical, especially when I didn't experience instant results in the first day or 2. But I stuck it out, and I am so glad I did. Something powerful happened between week 2 and 3. Relationships started getting deeper and more meaningful. My bank account started getting fatter. I had more energy. I even had friends ask what was up with me. I just smile and point to my headphones. And listen to this. After using 15-minute manifestation for 21 days, the editor in your brain will dissolve old, limiting beliefs and replace them with new, unlimited beliefs. But even better, you, the person listening to the tracks, don't have to do or learn anything. So here's what I did to enable you to get your hands on 15-minute manifestation. First, I hired the best audio engineers I could find to develop the purest theta frequencies. Then, I had them go out into nature and record high-quality, real nature sounds, like rain, ocean waves, stream beds, and wind, to create a truly unique and immersive listening experience. Paired with the theta tones, our brains jump into hyper-receptive mode, a deep meditative state, even when we're not, meditating. Next, I teamed with the most talented NLP and hypnosis experts I could find. Together, we created the guided meditation scripts that play over the theta tones. Again, that's how 15-minute manifestation speaks directly to your subconscious. Listening to these audio tracks will give the editor a massive software upgrade, faster than you might reinstall the operating system on your desktop computer. And it couldn't be easier. Simply use 15-minute manifestation, 15 minutes a day, for 21 days. Now, why 21 days? Well, that's how long it takes to complete the software upgrade and to change some of your core beliefs and habits. In other words, that's just how long it takes for your brain to rewire itself. That said, by now, I bet you're wondering about what you'll experience with the 15-minute manifestation audio tracks, right? Track 1 is called Your Natural State. During the first week, 15-minute manifestation will begin to open your mind up to the natural state of unlimited abundance. This track will tell the editor that you don't have to work hard to create abundance. Instead, it'll dissolve the limiting beliefs and stories that are currently pushing away what you really want. Your natural state resets your brain to the condition it was in when you were born, rich with endless possibility, not endless scarcity. This is the foundational track you'll honestly go to for the rest of your life. Track 2 is called Your New Story. Imagine the realization hitting you from the inside out that scarcity isn't true and abundance is all there is. Powerful, right? That's what happens when your old stories no longer have power over you. Let's face it, your old story has been sabotaging the financial breakthroughs you know you should have already experienced. So when the editor learns your new story, all the negative circumstances that used to own your attention just naturally fall away and get replaced with what you really want. And obviously, the more you observe in your current reality what you really want, the faster you'll gain an incredible amount of momentum towards getting more of that. More of everything you've been dreaming of since, well, forever. Track 3 is called Moving Towards Abundance. I absolutely love this track because now that the editor is coming from its natural state of unlimited possibility, you're going to start consciously playing with your experience of reality. But here's something you really need to be aware of. You see, your attention is either moving you towards something or away from something. But either way, you're always manifesting where your attention is right now. So for instance, if you want to manifest an extra $5,000 in this month alone, you can only think about $5,000 and what you're going to do with it. The moment the editor forces you to start thinking about the stack of bills you're in reaction to, the stack of bills that made you want an extra $5,000, well, if that's where your attention is, you're just manifesting a larger stack of unpaid bills. So track 3, Moving Towards Abundance, helps reverse this cycle of negativity and scarcity and helps focus your attention on telling your new story of abundance and prosperity. Together, these 3 tracks are the most powerful tools in the entire manifestation world. It's not the law of attraction. It's not speaking endless, useless affirmations. And it's definitely not pie-in-the-sky garbage like most of what's in the self-development world. 15-minute manifestation is about speaking directly to the editor and transforming your underlying conditioning so your attention is finally free to focus on abundance. Now, in addition to the entire 15-minute manifestation system, I'm throwing in this bonus if you order today. I want to give you one of my personal favorite frequencies valued at $39.99. It's been my go-to track for erasing years of anxiety and stress that just seem to be gnawing away at my soul. It's actually a delta brainwave frequency track I call Deep Sleep Now, where theta frequencies speak the language of the subconscious, delta frequencies speak the language of rest, sleep, and peace. Blessed peace. This bonus track includes another full 15 minutes of brain frequency reprogramming. Again, pulsing delta beats are paired with the highest quality, rest-inducing nature sounds and calming music. And then, on top of the delta frequencies and nature sounds, is a guided meditation that literally walks you down the path to the most satisfying sleep you've ever encountered. Imagine heading to bed with a pit in your stomach where you just know you're going to toss and turn because you can't turn off your brain. Well, you can kiss that noise goodbye with Deep Sleep Now. It's part of my nightly ritual, and it'll become a treasured part of yours as well. And it's yours free, a $39.99 value, if you order 15-minute manifestation today. Now, if you're like me, you're wary of any new secret claiming to be a manifestation breakthrough. You're skeptical, as you should be. There are so many gurus who just seem to be after your money, but that's not what 15-minute manifestation is about. That's not what I'm about. In fact, I remember being where you are right now, wanting a better life, craving a better life, but thinking, I'll never get there. But when you realize that your natural state is abundance, and the editor has simply been resisting it, well, everything changes. So do yourself a favor. Set aside just 15 minutes of your time today. Once you order the 15-minute manifestation, you can download the program immediately and start using it to see the results for yourself, whether it's bushels of money, financial freedom, love and relationships, or anything you would like to have in your dream life. The bottom line is that 15-minute manifestation is the fastest and easiest pathway to the life of your fantasies, no matter what they are or how big you dream. In fact, I'm so confident you'll experience the same transformation. I'm making you this promise. If for some reason you're not 100% satisfied with the results, just drop me an email within the next 60 days and I'll refund your money, every last cent. So there's absolutely no risk for you to try 15-minute manifestation today. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. Just click or tap the button below and immediately start living the life of your dreams, free from the chains of the editor. When you click on the button below, you'll be redirected to a 100% secure order form where you can confirm everything that comes with your purchase before it's final. Once your payment is confirmed, you'll have instant access to download the entire 15-minute manifestation system. Now I have one final thought. Just for a second, clear your mind of everything I've said during this presentation, and instead, I want you to think about your attention as a choice, just to drive home what that means. I'm reminded of a Native American story. It goes like this. An old Cherokee is teaching his grandson about life. "A fight is going on inside me," he said to the younger boy. "It is a terrible fight, and it is between two wolves. One is evil. He is full of anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego and scarcity." He continued, "The other is good. He is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, faith, and abundance." The same fight is going on inside you and inside every other person as well. The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, "Which wolf will win?" The old Cherokee simply replied, "The wolf you feed." Well, which wolf will you feed with your attention? Because 15-minute manifestation empowers you to feed the wolf of abundance. And you can start feeding the wolf of abundance right now by clicking or tapping the button below. Make today an abundant one, and we'll talk soon.